Hey there, for whoever comes to views, how y'all doing? I'm here with the water zodiac signs. I'm going to do a general energy reading. I had to signify the water element. Once again, this is speech always goes. All right. This is a general energy reading. Resonate and timeless is like oppositional words, or you can use them as conjunctions, right? Even though it might not resonate right now at this point in time, in the timeless one, it might resonate anytime after the fact. It just depends on your consciousness, how you focus, what you come in here. Certain messages, are you open-minded? That determines the flow of it and resonation, how things resonate too. Okay, we all have some way to resonate. I'm resonating with the tarot cards. That's where mine's coming from. Okay, so I did have this tarot deck to use, that oracle deck to use, but unfortunately I set a cup beside it and one of my cards got wet, so I'm not able to use it. So I'm also looking at a little bit of astrology for today, just to help me soothe into some type of general energy reading connection. I haven't done these in a long time on YouTube, so I'm just trying to get something to help me balance myself out. Okay, so Pisces, you have Saturn and Neptune up in yours. Um, your astrological position, zodiac constellation. Um, Cancer, you have Mars there for you. And I believe nothing was in there for Scorpio. Scorpio, you only had a midhaven that's over there for you. And that's at 25 degrees, 0 seconds. Okay? No other than that, that's kind of like right now any universal planetary energy that's having influences in the translation of my messages. I did notice today, especially being in the universe, Mercury have a sextile with Mars, which is in Cancer, and it has an opposition with Saturn. Okay? Alright, let's get a theme for the water element. I have the water element right here to be a signifier to draw me into a connection. Okay? Alright. I have a one card clarification for the water element as it resonates. This is YouTube. Continue the process. This video is for YouTube. Gonna continue the connection. Water element. And then for the Pisces, zodiac, Pisces, Scorpio, and Gemini, zodiac, astrological energy as it puts things to the tarot reading. Okay. Oh, we have sanctuary. This have a lot up in here. I think it's good because we're talking about creativity, especially right here on this table. There's a lot of creativity that's there. We right here with the cats and everything that's chilling. We talking about being into ourselves, feeling comfortable with ourselves, having our freedom of expression. Now, also looking out in the back, and this is where we got to discern everything at. How do we prefer our housekeeping, or what do we want our housekeeping to be? It's a lot here. We have crosses, we have everything that's here. Okay, this is very neat. Let's read some of this one. Okay. Sanctuary. All right, sanctuary. Bruce sits in his study, surrounded by objects, both sacred and sentimental. They are touchstones to his past, providing him found friends as well as spiritual allies in times of hardship. This is the power of a sanctuary. Fill it with mementos and treasures, whether obscure or humble. It doesn't matter, providing they resonate with you. In our sanctuary, we feel safe and at peace. From this fortress, we can reflect without bias and ponder without fear, pressure, anxiety, and confusion. So, yeah, like I said, being in yourself. Okay, so let's get a 2-card clarification, a little bit different clarification to show the connection of the overall energy as I continue the restructure process to the reconnection process to Pisces, Scorpio, and Cancer in Sanctuary. Alright. The shadow card here is the Knight of Wands. So it seems like within this sanctuary, it's going to be in these times that maybe we might get some downloads. We might get some missions. We might get some good ideas. We might even, is going to be something inspirational and motivational. Now, as far as the motivation being something that we really want to do, I think the challenge will be within our free will, especially with sanctuary being right there as a card. It means inside your home, this is what goes. Outside of your home, what goes. Okay? You might have a right to do, you know the right switch between being in a private place and a public place. Just like a restaurant, who might be a restaurant in the daytime and a club at night. The rules change. So, the cards, we actually got 3 cards. First 2, we have the Star card. We have the Tower. And we have the Ace of Cups. So, that means, I take it with the Ace of Cups, this means all of us, right? Because the Ace of Cups represent all 3 of the zodiac energies, right? So, all of us going to experience a moment of reconstruction. We're going to break down and we're going to reconstruct. So it might be some things that we might be feeling uncomfortable right now. And whenever these situations start, when that could be a sign when it's about to harvest with the Ace of Cups, something feeling comfortable. The sign could be something feeling so good and proud about yourself. Might be the sign of getting prepared. Okay, being on point. Because a certain change can still be good in either way of it goes. Even though it could be a hater that's coming your way, you might say, how can that be good? Because if you're already prepared for the hater to come, the hater can't knock you off. If you're unprepared and you might be one of these high-headed water signs and stuff, then you might get knocked off. So it just depends. Maybe it's meant for you to do it. I mean, I have hard times on certain situations when I get out of character because it feels uncomfortable to know something was meant to be. Sometimes when the universe take over, it make you feel weak for a second. And the only way to really bounce back is the fact that it's done and over. Just let it be. Is the situation ended. Alright. Here we go. 2 cards for Pisces, please. As it relates to the sanctuary. But I have 2 cards for Pisces. have 2 cards reconnect for Pisces. We have the Emperor and the 2 of Swords. Your shadow card, hey, the Star card coming back up. So the Emperor and the 2 of Swords. Okay. So Pisces, what about this, right? You're going out there to save somebody. Have you ever thought about the exchange of energy of saving somebody or being kind-hearted? Not saying that the person, a lot of people feel like an exchange of energy where something go wrong and they feel like, oh, I wasted my time. I shouldn't have invested myself in that. I shouldn't have never looked out for somebody who was ungrateful, etc., etc., and that thing. But how you ever came to it and be like, when we all go out here and help and save somebody, we exchanging energy anyway. So if Pisces, you have 2 fish. Now just think about how in the astrological sense, or maybe with Saturn being right there, okay, and connected with Pisces right now and Neptune. Maybe you could have your shadow self, create your shadow self to be the one to transform the energy and help teach you how to be kind-hearted and learn how to say no at the same time and feel good about it. Maybe it's about this time you're about to bulk on this contingent process, because it does come with a tower and a star moment, right? It's very uncomfortable, because sometimes in how your shadow self, even though you know it's your shadow self, you challenge that side because you like. First, a lot of people try to make it seem like your shadow side is your negative side, and it's not, right? Not to me, anyway. So when the shadow side is doing these things, it makes you feel like you losing the side that's in the light is changing you. So you feel like you don't know whether this feeling is right or wrong for you to grow and advance in this stage that you are. You might understand it better if you had different people fall off that you was willing to let go, but sometimes with the ones you weren't willing to let go, sometimes that affect you more. The ones that you anticipated supposed to be ride or die. So basically with this 2 of Swords, you're going to have one of those kind of challenges that's going on, right? You're going to have to make decisions on your shadow side, fighting a war for you, not you doing it. And learning how that get accomplished without doing spell work. It's not about spell work. The only spell work you have to do is go meditate in a quiet place, your sanctuary, when everything that you believe in is imprinted in your mind, and harness the Neptune and the Saturn energy for guidance. Let that be your shadow, Saturn and Neptune. So you don't have to necessarily give yourself with the Emperor being the major arcana is saying, hey, right now you got 2 bit boys right here in your corner. Give it to them and just sit back. It's going to feel funny with them pulling the energy from you, because you might feel different, weak, battered. Never know until you let it happen fully. So consider that. All right, Scorpio. But I had 2 cards for Scorpio. Can I show you the 2 of Swords? The 2 of Swords and the Emperor. All right, Scorpio. Scorpio. Now I have 2 cards for Scorpio connection with the sanctuary. That's too many. That is too many. Alright, now I have 2 cards for Scorpio in this sanctuary. Alright, Scorpio, you had a 7 of coins as your shadow card. You have the Empress and the Page of Swords. Ooh. You had the Empress and the Page of Swords that's coming out with the 7 of coins. So, being that nothing is in your energy right now, Scorpio, that means that you probably begin to go through a stage of weird dreams with this Page of Swords. Meaning, it's just meaning you're gonna, it's like Scorpio, the universe is using you like as a computer or as a disk drive or something. It's like on a computer wise, okay, Scorpio, your dreams gonna feel like you might be on Corel Photoshop and you're having creative dreams and images, and some of it might make sense, some of it might come out as deja vu or different stuff. I'm not saying that, because you could have these dreams and you see a poster board that comes up. It could be things that's connected, but within this, because Scorpio, you had a sanctuary here with the Empress. It's like you're going through a stage of desires that you know that you desire, and desires that you have not yet come upon to recognize is a desire. So your creative inspiration or maybe your analytical deep thinking might be challenging within your environment right now or in your social network for you. When you come out or you in words, that corral process, being that you don't know everything that's controlling, because if you're not aware consciously of these things being your desire, the influence being that currently right now is nothing in your area other than the Midhaven. So Midhaven is like the Scorpio ability to be on land and water and surviving in multiple different species that is able to be recognized in across the world. In different locations, certain ones are found, and the different animals that might trumpet Scorpios and look at them as great food, or the humans that might look at Scorpio as a delicacy. For example, say that you're a Scorpio that's mingling, and some people look at Scorpios as a favorite pet. So this energy could be coming around just through you socializing on your social media. And you might walk out and somebody might come out and start beginning to have conversation with you. Now, how long or lasting this energy is going to depend, because we still have the Tower and the Star card. So it's like the first moment that you feel like, oh no, this not what I came out to vibe with, or this vibe ain't gonna accomplish your desire. When you came out with, this is ending, you just going into your essence and ending it right then and there, like a Scorpio. All right. That's why you had the 7 of Pentacles here. Be careful also in the way that this energy ebb and flow hit you too. Make sure you stay focused, on it, between knowing the difference of your privacy and your public. Alright, Cancer. Now I have 2 cards for Cancer as it connects to the sanctuary. 2 cards for Cancer. Alright, 2 cards for Cancer. Alright, I'll take these 3. Alright, what flew out first? We had a 9 of Wands, we had a 10 of Swords, and we had a 4 of Coins. Your shadow card here is the Knight of Swords. So Cancer, you're getting influenced by Mars. Mars is forcing you to with your mutable situations, it's forcing you to either begin or end certain situations around you. It's forcing you to balance out a lot of things around you. For example, you might be in a moment. Let me go back to a relationship, right? Say you're in a relationship and you in this relationship you paying for 5 apps at one time, and 3 of the apps is jointly owned, meaning that both of you and your significant other both enjoy those apps. One app that person enjoy more, and the other app you enjoy more. So there's one particular day, maybe you got upset because this person didn't want to cater to one of your requests. They didn't want to do it. And you're like, hold on. I look out for you a whole lot, and when you fall short, I got your back and all this other stuff, right? So it's going to put you in a situation of, once again, this beginning energy of making you question your decisions while you making them. So with Mars being there, Mars don't always think a whole lot for a long time. So your whole thing is, Cancer, you got to take your claws and pry them up into something. Like, if you a male crab, put it in the sponge of that baby, on the female crab, and let her carry you for a little bit. If you, say you a female crab, if you got to, you want that shrimp giving you a hard time, clamp down on that shrimp and let it fight and fight and fight. Don't let it go. It's going to eventually die like a fish eating a worm. So what I'm saying is, find out what it is in that relationship before second guessing that. I mean, because it's triggering you to discover what's in a relationship, don't let the situation that's off balance in it make you feel like you're not, making you feel that's the only way you need the only perceptional view you need to look at the relationship. Open it up a little bit more. Okay? Man, that's just only an example. It can go to anything else. Different risk takers. Cancer, you got a major risk taking energy that's around you right now. And Mars is going to be enforcing that. How to take risks. How to get over these hurdles. You're on a mission. So you're going to have like a mission attitude. So how do a Cancer react? You already know yourself when you is strictly focused. You got a one-track mind to get something accomplished. How do you like to be bothered? So my thing is, if you know you already in it because you got this, just understand that it's intensifying because of Mars. So you need to tame it down some. With that 10 of Swords, you need to have the capability to tame it down. Okay? With the 10 of Swords and 4 of Pentacles, tame it down. Don't let Mars just throw you out there. Okay? Understand what Mars plan is. And I don't know what Mars plan is because I'm not doing a reading on Mars. But understand Mars objective. And that's why you had a Knight of Swords. Okay? Alright. That's it, water signs.